Hi everyone and welcome to Panning with Kezia. In this channel I am trying to finish off and use as much of my beauty related products as possible through different fun projects. In the end of this year and the beginning of next year I will have some other kind of videos. For example, I will have some inventory videos. Those are really fun to watch, but I am just dreading the work to get it done. And also I've added a lot to my collection this year. So I'm also going to start like a beauty budget type of thing. But enough about that. Today I'm going to do a plan to pan video, and that is simply because I've seen other people do it and I thought it looked like a lot of fun. So what I've seen other people do is take their makeup items that they want to pan in the next year, and then at the end of the year they go back to that list and see what they've actually accomplished. So those are the videos that I've been watching, and I was like, oh, I didn't know this was a thing. Because you know, I do a lot of projects and I put things in there, but I didn't really think about what I wanted to pan last year or this year. I just knew I wanted to pan something from each and every category, and I've done so. So that is a success. I hope the lighting is good right now. I brought in another light here because my ring light broke when I was supposed to film all of this month's updates, and you know, the quality of some of the videos are so much worse than they were. So I'm like, I hope people will watch anyway, and I'm trying to do the best with what I have. But you know, the lighting situation in this apartment isn't very good. So I have like my normal light, two lights standing beside me. I have some lights in the background. Maybe they are actually disturbing the focus. I'm not sure. But you know, when I had the ring light, my Christmas tree last year, it didn't make that disturbance, you know, it didn't make my face go out in a focus, you know. So I just wanted to say I hope this video has better quality than the last maybe 7 videos this month. Anyway, I'm going to show you 50 makeup products that I want to finish next year. Some of them are going to be very easy. Some of them are going to be very hard. I have tried to challenge myself a bit, but I also have like mascaras that I know that I will be throwing out like in 6 months. So let's start with those, shall we? Because they're not going to be the most exciting thing to watch. So I have 4 mascaras here. Previously, I've just had one for 6 months, thrown it out, picked another one for 6 months. But this year, I wanted to do something different because I started working on this one. This is from Hiccup. This is the Mad Definition Mascara, Intense Black. Looks really good. I have it on today. I don't know how much you can see, but it has a really interesting applicator. So it has this normal like brush up here, and then it has like a comb on the other side. So it takes away lumps and stuff. So in itself, it's really good, but this is the most non-waterproof mascara I've ever tried. I was out in the rain, just like, it wasn't even heavy rain. It was just like a misty rain, if you know what I mean. And this started like pouring down and it did not stay on, and I've never experienced that before, something that was so light and so easy to remove. So I just felt like I want a waterproof mascara to go with this, because some days I know it's raining outside, then I don't want this. I definitely want a waterproof mascara, so I have that to go with this. And then I thought for the other part of the year I'm going to do the same. We have a Essence Volume Hero mascara that is waterproof, and then we have, this is pretty old, so this might be even dried up. This is from Manna Kadar and has a really interesting shape. So these are the two. This other one that I'm going to use first is from Sandstone, and those are, you know, the boring, well, I guess I have the eyeliners that are also pretty boring, so let's go with those. So I have 2 liquid eyeliners, and then I have a brown retractable one, and this one only has this much. So I really think I can use this up. I don't often use this as an eyeliner. I use it in my brows most of the time, but you know, we'll see. But it isn't very much, so I think I'll be able to finish that. Then we come to setting sprays. I have 2 of them here. I've started this one and I want to finish this one as well. Both of these are currently in my 100 Colorful Empties project pan. Then we have some foundations, and I have this sample from Glow Wish. These are 3 samples in here. I count this as one item. And of course, these are way too dark. Maybe I can use them either as contour, or I can use these together to kind of to lighten this up, or I can use it as like maybe a base for my eyeshadows or something. We'll see what I'll do about that, but I will try to use this one up. I have one from Yves Rocher, and as you may be able to see, this packaging, like all of these kind of small stickers or something that I had, they all just kind of slid around. I've never seen that before. It often just wears off, but this actually, you know, kind of slides down. Looks really interesting, but this was from Yves Rocher, and I maybe used 1/3 of it. And then we have the Soft and Dewy Hydrating Foundation from Makeup Mecca. I'm here. This was also in my 100 Colorful Empties series. Let's move on to primers. They are small, but I've chosen to try to finish 5 of them. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but we'll see. This one I've started, I've come halfway. This is from Catrice. It has SPF in it, and I really enjoy this one. And then we have from Smashbox. I've never tried something from Smashbox. I've heard very good things about it. This is their Photo Finish Primerizer Plus Hydrating Primer. And this only has 10 mils. I think the other ones have 15. Yeah, this has 15. This one also has 15 milliliters. This is from Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen, and this should also work as a primer. So it's like a sunscreen and primer in one. And that is the only sunscreen I have here. But I don't count that as makeup, so, you know, it isn't that strange when I come to think about it. Then I have this Essence Hydrating and Perfecting Primer. This also has SPF in it. I love when primers have SPF in them because I often forget sunscreen, and it's nothing I buy. Like I don't usually go to buy stuff. Actually, I get them in subscription boxes. So if I get an SPF for my face, that's good. But I just forget about SPF, and maybe I shouldn't. Like all the experts on skincare, they say like SPF is really, really important, but I don't see the sun very much. I work nights and days, but inside, and we don't have many sun hours in Sweden. We might have like 2 weeks that are really hot, but the rest of the year is pretty gray. And for the last primer, we have from Jane Iredale, the Smooth Affair Illuminating Glow Face Primer. This is a pretty small sample. I think this is 7 mils, so not much at all. So those were my 5 primers. Do you think I can make it? I think so. I think I can do it. Something exciting, because I really, really, really want to finish an eyeshadow palette this year. And I thought, okay, it won't happen with a big palette, but I got this one, the Luvia Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. This only has 3 shades in it. It looks like this. These are kind of shimmery and you can't really see it that well, but these are so easy to use. I think I haven't used it, I've only swatched it, but I mean, these colors are really versatile. I don't think there should be any problem finishing this off. I think it has 1.2 grams each. Yeah. So 1.2 grams times 3. Do we think I can do it? I think so. I hope so. Because it would be amazing to actually finish an eyeshadow palette. Then we have a face palette, because I want to finish one of those as well. This is the Glow Getter from Real Her. As you can see, the text has worn off. This is my oldest face palette. I've used it for years before I got any other face palette, and I loved it. I hope I love it now as well. It looks like this. So in the beginning of the year, I hit pan on this one, and so I have pan in all of it. I do realize that they are pretty deep and they do have a pretty thick layer around the pans. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take to actually use it up, but I think I can do it. I really do. And when I do, I'm going to try to use this little bronzer up. I've had this for a couple of months, maybe 3 months, and the text has already started to wear off. This is from Ciate London, and this has 2.5 grams in it. Looks like this. This is a really light bronzer, which means it fits my skin tone very well, and I can use pretty much of it whenever I use it. So I don't think this will be a problem to use up either. I have worn off the embossing. There were stars on here, but as you can see, I've worn it off. There's really nothing left to see. So yeah, I have pretty good progress on this already. So I think I can either use it afterwards or together with my face palette and use this up as well. Cross my fingers. Then, like I said, I'm going to try to use this highlighter up, and if I do, I might, well, since I'm bringing it in here, I have to work on it, right? This is from the Beauty Crop. This is a cream highlighter. I've had it for years and years, and I haven't almost used it. This needs to go. This is beginning to dry up, but I can still use it. So yeah, I think I will have to work on this one if I don't want it to go bad. Of course, I don't want that. I really wanted to work on my highlighter palettes this year because I got quite a few last year, or this year. I mean this year. This year is not over yet. I've gotten quite a few palettes, like highlighter palettes, and I really want to work on them. But I realized that I have a few singles that I really need to work out of my collection or hit pan on, or at least use a lot of before I play with new makeup, I think. Well, of course I can play with it, but play means like maybe use it 5 times and not like hit pan on it. So next up we have the Isadora Camouflage Concealer. This is high coverage, and it's been a long time since I used a high coverage concealer, and it's such a different feeling from those light foundations that you just use to brighten up your eyes or something. I can actually conceal things with this, which is good, but it is so thick as well that I can just take a few dots here and there and kind of smooth out, and we have the foundation. So I don't need much of that at all, but it does work wonderfully. I have opened it a few months ago, and it should only be open for 12 months, so I would like to finish it. This is the only concealer I'm focusing on. The others, I don't think I have any other open at the moment, so that's good. We have 3 powders. 2 of them are in my 100 Colorful Empties again. First up, we have this very small Glow Minerals powder. This is their Perfecting Powder. And this only has 3.4 grams, and I can use pretty much of it when I use it. If you remember, in the beginning of the year, I did finish off a big one that I had had for years, and it broke me out. So I hope this doesn't do that. But this is much newer, so I don't think I should have that problem. But since I actually finished the big one, I really think I can finish this one. I got this Pace High Rise powder in a subscription box a few months ago, and I started using it and maybe used it 1 or 2 months, and I can see a pretty good difference actually. So I think I will be able to use this as well. I do use pretty much powder when I use it, which is kind of always. So yeah, I hope I can finish that one off as well. And to kind of, you know, challenge myself, I've also brought in an extra one. This is from Hourglass in Veil. It's a translucent setting powder. So this is how it looks. Very small. It has how much? What? 9 grams? No, 0.9 grams. Okay, I was like, how does this little guy contain 9 grams? I don't believe it. So almost 1 gram. This had 10 grams, and this 3.4 grams. So I hope I can finish that next year. Next up, we have for my eyebrows. I have 3 products for my eyebrows that I want to finish up. The first one is from Catrice. This is a brow gel or brow mascara. And I love this. Ever since I got this in their advent calendar, maybe 2 years ago, I've loved it. This is my favorite eyebrow product. It should only be open for like 6 or 12 months or something, but I don't care. It's for my eyebrows. It's never, like, nothing has ever happened. And I just love it, but it's been open for maybe 2 years, like I said. So I should use it up and it should be empty pretty soon, I feel, because I've used it so much. We have an eyebrow pencil. This was pretty small when I got it to start with, I think last year. I have sharpened it a few times, but not very much. But I think I can have this done. And when I use this, I also want a brow gel. So I'm using this one from Makeup Mecca, and this one is so much better than the brow gel that I was using in the beginning of the year that took like, what, 8 months maybe to finish up or something, and that was a pretty small one, but it was more like a glue and it was like lumpy and it kind of colored my hair strands to be lighter sometimes. It was just a mess. I hated it, but it is gone. And when I started using this, I was like, wow, I actually like it. Who knew? I thought I hated, you know, eyebrow gels overall. I thought all were like that, but no, they aren't. So that's nice. And then what else do I have? Oh, right. I have a mineral concealer. I had another concealer. Sorry. This is a pretty small container. I've used this a lot, but this is very old, so I'm not sure it will not like break me out. We'll see. We'll see. But I need to finish this one off. It is pretty small. This too is from Isadora. Oh, it's actually the same brand that has the other concealer. Okay, so 2 more products and then we're going to the last category, which is lips. So we have eyeshadow bases. I have 2 of them here. I have panned one of these last year. This is the last one I have and I love this. This is so good. It makes my eyeshadow look good the whole day and I can't find it anywhere. I got it in the advent calendar, I think last year. Yeah, last year, because this is the first year I've ever tried eyeshadow bases. So I got Essence's both advent calendars and in both this was in there. And I love it, but they don't sell it, not here in Sweden at least, so I can't find it and I'm so sad. But I used it up in maybe 4 months, I don't know, 3-4 months. So I think I'll be able to use this up this year. However, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to finish this Stuck on You by the Beautycrop. I have a big pan on it. Well, not a big pan. I have a pan in it, but it's like a big container. It has a lot on the sides. I don't know that I'll be able to finish it off. It is much easier to apply this, I think, than this one, because I can apply it with my fingers. On the other hand, this is like a cream base, which actually makes my eyeshadow crease a bit, I think. So it's like, I like it because it's lighter. So it's a better base in that sense. But I think this is the thing creasing my eyeshadows a bit, which is sad. Anyway, going on to the lip category. Now I'm going to challenge myself. This year, I think I finished 2 lip balms. I'm going to try to finish 4 next year because I've already started 3 of these. So I should at least be able to get 3 out. But I'm going to challenge myself again. So this year I have really tried to use this lip butter from the Body Shop as much as possible. Right now it's looking like this, so it has a huge pan as you can see. But I have a lot on the sides as well, and I've used this the whole year. So it is moving very slowly. Then we have this lip balm from Essence. This is a color changing lip balm and I have warmed up to it. I was a little bit intimidated by the color in the beginning, but this is all we have left, guys. So I have used this a lot. It was up to this mark, you know, when I started it, maybe a month and a half ago, and now we're down to here. So I have been using it a lot. It is moving on rather quickly. So I will probably definitely be able to use that up in the next year. As well as this one. This is from Nanic. This was so nice looking when I got it, and now it's like all scarred, I was going to say, but it's like ripped and it has these marks in it. But it looks like it should be a lipstick, but it's actually just a lip balm. And I only have this little left. I should have been able to use this up this year, but I just didn't. I changed the lip balm and I wanted to try a color changing one. And that's what I like. I like going from one thing to another sometimes. So just as long as I can, you know, have some movement in my collection, so I don't like have just more and more and I never finish anything. I want to finish at least one thing from each and every category. And if I do that, I can either try to finish more or I can, you know, try to get some usage out of several products. And then for the last lip balm, we have this one. I don't remember what it's called. It had this very nice like paper around it, and I thought I had to take it all off to actually be able to take the cap off, but I only had to twist it and, you know, it would have worked. But alas, I couldn't get the paper back, so it's looking like this. I've just used it a tiny amount, so not much progress there. So this will be like a whole lip balm that I'll be working on. This only has like a month's worth left or something. This one I will probably have to work on the whole year, and this one will probably take a couple or 3 months more to work on. But yeah, those are my 4 lip balms. I really hope I can finish those. And you might not see lip balms as makeup, but some of them are tinted and stuff, and I've always had them together with my other lip products, so I've always counted them as makeup. So I will continue to do so. So let's move to the real makeup then, if you will. Moving on to my lip glosses. I don't think I'll be able to finish too much, but I know I will be able to finish off this one. This is the Laura Key Lip Service, and this is gorgeous. I've finished 2 of these in different colors this year. It took maybe 1.5 months each to finish them off. So that will definitely be an empty. Then I had like 4 more lip glosses that are old that I really wanted to work on this year or next year. And I think if I work on this one, I can have it out. This is by Maybelline New York. Very old. I don't think it contains too much. 5 mils from the beginning, and I've used it a lot since I got it. Although I don't know when I got it. I have used it a couple of times to see that it's still working, that it's still good, and it is. So yeah, I just want to use it a lot to get it out of my collection. Now, I mentioned I want to get something out from each and every category. So for my lipsticks, you guys are gonna think I'm cheating. This little guy, this is all I have left of this. This has been in my Bible panning for months and months, and I haven't used it up. But I have used up another lipstick this year, so I'm fine with it. I'm going to use it up next year. And then I'm going to work on other lip products. But almost all of my other lipsticks are big and I haven't used them at all much. So I don't think I can get through a whole lipstick in a year. I don't think so. So I'll just be playing around and, you know, using a few products to try to get some more use out of them to maybe pan next year or the year after. This is for next year. It's hard to keep track of this now. And the last category is lip pencils / lip crayons. And I didn't know really which one I would focus on because they're pretty big. The smallest item I would say is this lip crayon. This is like a very light one. So this is the color. I'm not sure where this is from actually. It's called a Nudestix. Maybe it's the company actually named Nudestix. I don't know. But it's not that big. I have used it some and it's very, very creamy. So I think this will work instead of a lip gloss. I don't think I will have a lip gloss on top of this, which is a little bit sad because then they will actually interrupt each other kind of. So I'm thinking of trying to pan this, but this is a lot bigger. This is a pencil by Lord & Berry, and it's in the shade or name Made to Measure. I think it's very pretty and versatile, but it's long. But I'm thinking if I work on both of these in a few months, I will be able to see which one I'm getting the most use out of, and the other one I can still use, but maybe I can get like good progress on this while I'm trying to use this up. I could probably use these together actually, but yeah, we'll see. But those were my 50 products. Wow, this is a long video. I am doing pretty long videos when it's not panning related. Well, it's panning related, but it's not a panning project, if you know what I mean. So 50 products, you will be seeing them in a lot of different projects. Some of them are already in projects. So I think it will be really interesting next year to see how far I've come. If I've actually finished all of these products. Let's say I want to finish, well, I want to finish all of them. So I'm really going to try to finish all of them. But if I can't, I'm like, okay, let's go for 40. If I go for 40, if I use up 40 items, I will be very happy. I will see this as a huge success because 40 makeup products, that's a lot. If we actually manage to finish everything, all of this is going to disappear, I was going to say, but you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I hope I can finish it all. That would be amazing. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're here, you've come to the end, I salute you. It's been a long video. So yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So with that being said, I really hope that the end of this year will be good for you and that you will be able to achieve great things in the next year. Have a nice evening. Bye.